What's going on, Georgia fans? It's your favorite Letterman, Aaron Murray, Ben Jones, Knowshon Moreno, Tavarres King, and the Dawgs had a big win over the weekend, taking down Clemson. What was it, boys? 34-3? 34-3? Just a but. They beat him so bad. Knowshon feels so good that he's let the arms show today. Usually he's a little bit on the drink. Tonight he's a little bit on the gun show. Come on, Knowshon. Who's got bigger arms of the four of us?
Ooh.
Come on, Knowshon.
Ben. Boy, and those things look good though.
Come on, Ben. Let's see what you got, Ben. TK, you can put those little things away. You don't got to worry about bringing those out.
I run routes.
I know Ben got some. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
I'm slow though. I don't even know what y'all talking about. I'm slow.
TK, you're more ripped than us, but you're still skinny guy.
I'm slow.
An ounce of fat.
No fat. Zero fat. Welcome in, everyone. We appreciate everyone for joining us here this evening or whenever you're watching it because it's on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe. We have a lot of really good shows coming out this week from our current student athletes at Georgia. We also have shows at Tennessee. We'll have some Letterman shows at Missouri. We'll have a show at Clemson as well. So we're really spreading our wings here at the Players Lounge. So make sure you share it with all your friends at those respective schools. And let's just get right into it, boys. We're recording this on Sunday night. The game was yesterday. We've had some time to digest everything that went on. Let's go around the horn, starting with Ben first. Are we shocked at all by the 34-3 outcome from the game?
We did what we had to do, but we took a half. The second half, we played Georgia football. We could do whatever. We protected, we ran it. I'm give Clemson credit. That first quarter, they got after us. They set the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Like, they came to play, and they just couldn't last the whole game. But you got to give those boys credit on Clemson's D-line. They came to play. But at the end of the day, the Dogs took care of business. If we play like we did in the second half, no team can beat us. Mark my word, they can't beat us. That is a team that has the formula to win every game. We just got to play that for a whole game.
T?
Yeah, no, I would agree with Ben. Slow start, obviously, in the first half, but hats off to Clemson in that first half. But I'm what we say on the last show. I told you I wasn't buying no stock, bro. I wasn't buying no Clemson stock.
Who was it? Were any of us buying Clemson stock?
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying to the world.
Dabo wanted people to buy it.
Yeah. He said buy the stock. I ain't buying it. Because look, man, we played lights out defensively. They got in the red zone, stoned them in the red zone, held them to 3. I think the biggest play they had ever was right there on the sideline on that 7 the guy ran. So I mean, we just lights out defensively, but offensively, I think we talked about it pre-show, man. Just some great things. A lot of weapons were displayed. Guys that we didn't think, just names that you didn't think you would see this early on. So just exciting, man, and that's just exciting for what's to come down the road as well. So hell of a game from our Dogs. Would like to see a faster start if I'm just being nitpicky.
All right. Knowshon, staying on the big theme before we get into the nitty-gritty of positions, just big picture thoughts on the game. Knowshon's internet, year 2. I mean, goodness gracious. I thought it was fixed last show. I thought we were good.
You know how my internet is, but
there he is. He's back. There he's back.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah. But nah, I mean, I think we all can say the same thing, right? We started slow, but we got it going. We knew that we were going to need every single back in that room pretty much, and we pretty much did use all the backs in the room. I think Frazier had a really great game. I didn't mention him last week, but I knew we were going to have to need everyone in that room. And that freshman came in and gave us a spark, I thought, in the back, honestly. So I love to see that. I'm a little worried, though. Y'all ain't talking about y'all worried. I'm still worried now. I didn't see no ball slapping. I didn't see people's heads slapping back.
Hold up. What you worried about? You about to tell us what you worried about? What you worried about?
You were about defense or offense?
No. On defense a little bit, but definitely in my back. I'm always talking about my backs.
Okay.
I want them to make sure that, listen, if you're gonna come down and make this tackle, I'm gonna make you pay. And I didn't see a lot of that. I didn't see enough of that.
I will agree. I didn't see a lot of that from Branson. I mean, Branson's big. Branson's 230. And I didn't see him bringing the thunder at all.
Yeah.
Knowshon.
Yeah,
let's get in the positions here. Like, let's obviously we'll be positive. We'll kind of give our assessment as well. But like, I want to see Branson with his size lower the boom. There's no reason a running back at that size should begin 1.7 yards per carry behind that offensive line. And like, to Ben's credit, like that defense line for Clemson was great. Like they were flying, the safeties were filling, they tackled really well. But still, you're a big back, man. You can't begin 1.7 yards.
And we said that. We said that going into the game that they had a really good defensive line, that they're going to be flying around, right? It's going to be a competition of the trenches, right? And they did show that. But like you said, Aaron, I don't care if there's no hole. When you that big, you make a hole. You feel me? And I didn't see enough of that. So that's why I was kind of like, bro, what's going on? But at the end of the day, man, we got the dub. I thought defense did fly around a little bit there in the second half. But it was just a game that they knocked off the rust, I feel like, honestly.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned in that first half with the running game, a little bit with the backs, because I didn't see the explosiveness from Branson. And I was like, man, are we going to get one dimensional? And you never want to do that against a good defense. Luckily, Nate Frazier did have the second half that he had, and like, good point there, Knowshon. Like that spark, that running game really needed was getting him in there. Thought Carson ran the ball well at times, but it's a team game here. The offensive line, I'm going to go to Ben on this one. This is an elite offensive line. It's going to tout itself as one of the best offensive lines in the country. A little bit of a slow start, but like, how do we balance sitting back, watching the tape, saying wasn't necessarily dominant, but like that may be one of the most dominant defensive lines in the country that we went up against as well.
Yeah, I think the first half they were like putting their toe in the water. Like on a couple third downs, Truss got caught in his chest, waiting, didn't use his hands. He takes the bull rush. Same thing that happened to Fairchild. They're sitting, they don't want to miss. They're in there, they're like, they don't know what these guys are going to give them. It's the first game. They're kind of hesitant about like, hey, does this guy got moves? Is this guy's rush power? Like, what is it? And you could see them those first couple drives trying to get a grasp of what they're going to see. Then they adjusted and they played lights out in the second half. Now we got to do that every week. We can't be sitting back waiting for the third or fourth drive to kind of get in a groove. So that's my thing. Like Jared Wilson, Ernest, studs. Like they top kind of guys. Tate's as solid as you can get. Those two guys, they just got caught slipping. It happens to everybody. They fixed it. And they had a couple good runs behind Fairchild late in the game. He was getting movement, and they bending the runs right behind him. So it was good to see. But overall, bring the second half juice. I know Coach Searles was on them in that locker room in the second half at halftime. He might have punched the board. He likes to bleed a little bit.
Hey Ben, what gets you as an offensive lineman kind of juiced up and ready to go? Like the run game, pretty much, right? Or
absolutely, yeah, okay, no doubt.
Yeah,
they love a nice 7-man pass pro play action.
Yeah, definitely not sitting there.
No, they want it. I'll tell you what, Clemson got a lot of bear front though too, Ben. Like talk about that. So for I'll let you break down the bear. It creates a lot of one-on-ones, but from an offensive line perspective, how difficult it is with talented defensive linemen creating all those one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, so you're one-on-one on the island, so you're not having any help anywhere. And they were running games off of it. One of them, all it takes is one guy to miss with his hands, being late to snap a guy off, and hey, your tackle's picked, your center's picked, you're getting late back. It's communication. Hey, you're not hearing it right away. It's loud. So all those things got to be perfect when you're one-on-one with 5 guys. So that's why people do it. The Ravens do it. The 49ers do it. One-on-one matchups when you got good DBs is the hardest thing to do because all it takes is one guy to slip up and the whole protection's broken down.
T, let's get the receivers a little bit. They said it on the broadcast, and I'm sure Bobo alluded, told McElroy and those guys that, hey, we want to get Aaron Smith involved in someone that we've been watching for 4 or 5 years now. Like, when is Aaron going to get consistent? And I'm going to throw it to you. Let's talk about him first, and maybe some of the other guys as well. Like, what did you see from number 11 that maybe we haven't seen in years past?
Man, you saw him catching the ball away from his body, which was good to see. Even on those bubbles, on those screens, you saw those hands out there. So it shows you that he's gotten comfortable catching with his hands. He's gotten confident catching with his hands, and it's just a testament to Bobo. We talked about it earlier, trying to get him going early, getting the ball in his hands, easy and quick ways. which gives him comfortability to do things downfield. Gives like when he ran that hinge route, the guy's so afraid of his speed that he just turns his hips. Arian sits down, catches that thing with his hands, first down. So it's so good to see, because if he gets way more comfortable in this offense and he can get going, it's just going to open up plays downfield. Then see a lot of explosive, like over the top plays downfield, and I think that'll come. But as collectively as a group, man, you saw a lot of guys getting things done. You saw London Humphreys catch that little shallow and turn it up the field. Got a little help from the referee, from the referee there. But man, it's so good to see, to have a group of receivers that can take those short routes and turn them to big explosives. Kobe Young going up top, pork chop in the red zone. Murray, you got what you wanted. You said you wanted to see that. So I think the receivers did a really good job of helping Carson finding holes in the defense. And it was a special day. Like I said, it was going to be
special
through the air. I think so. I think
y'all soft, man. Why y'all be soft on these boys?
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to why
Does everyone want to know?
On the first
game,
everyone
know what Knowshon said? Knowshon said in the middle of the game, Knowshon texted me, said, Aaron, you so dumb for saying that Carson's the first pick in the NFL draft. I said, what are you talking? You're so salty still that I think that he's just as good as Stafford. So I don't even think you disagree. I'll rephrase it. I don't think you disagree with the fact that he's a potential number one quarterback taking the NFL draft. I think you disagree, which is more of rephrasing it. You're more salty because I said Carson is just as good as Stafford, if not maybe better at the end of the day. You're still mad. You're mad about that.
That did make me upset. I did get a little salty. No, but like I said, Carson is really good. He is really good. There's no joke about it. For real. He's a really good quarterback, and I think he will, be the first quarterback off maybe some of the good quarterbacks out there. But it's the first game, man. Let me just not get too overreact. It's the first game. They got the dub. Held him to 3 points. Can say bad things about that.
Full stable of running back. Just wait till they get ETN in there, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. He looked like he put on a little size. No, am I tripping? Or was he always that big?
He's good size. He's good size. I don't know if he's put on weight or not, but he looks good size,
bro.
But my fault, TK. Special. It was a good day.
He beat the Clemson 34-3.
Let me tell you why it's special for the receivers, bro. How many guys caught footballs?
True.
A lot of guys caught footballs. A lot of guys caught meaningful footballs, bro. A lot of guys the names that we didn't say, like that we don't know. So that means that there's more guys, the guys that we expected to be making plays on Saturday in a room, like a Dom Lovely, Dylan Bell. Hopefully he's okay. Like once them cats get back, now it's just like pick your poison out there, and that's fun, isn't it, Aaron Murray?
Oh my goodness, I love it. And that's the issue last year. Like you lose a couple top guys, and it was like, oh, who's going to step up? And to see it, I didn't know how much we would see London this year, personally, and to see him make two big plays to start, like that dig route, like Carson threw it, and I was like, he broke it off across that linebacker that was dropping beautifully. Oh, yeah. And then the touchdown, the white boy showed some speed. So I was like, all right, like he's got some juice.
Hey, my boy hit that little quick look. He was like, oh, he behind me.
Nah, what I like the most is showing him how physical he could be at the goal line. That's what I like the most.
He finished that thing, yeah.
He wasn't getting knocked out.
Yeah,
TK. That's how you just want to fight somebody, huh?
Hey, TK, they got a pretty good Eagle White going on right now with Cash Jones, London Humphreys, Lawson Lucky.
They do.
They may rival for the boys back in the day.
We got Jackson.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But I don't know if they clicking with McGowan and Michael Bennett and the boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they got that.
No, I'm with you though. Like to see that like other guys stepped up and played. Arian, London leading the team in yards in the game, and Oscar didn't even get a catch too. That's another weapon there too. So and going back to the running back position, I think once Etienne is healthy, he's the guy in the backfield that's going to get some massive gains. Because we know Carson likes to take it. Take that check down. He ain't afraid to throw it to a back out of the backfield and let those guys get some chunk yards. So I think overall, like,
give me the rating. Everyone rated all the way around.
What are we rating? What are we rating?
Are we just like the overall offense?
Yeah, I would say overall performance out of everything.
No, I want to hear y'all performance from my guys, and I want to
Okay,
rate
let's
your
do
guy.
position. Let's do positions first. We'll do positions first, and then we'll do team. I give Carson a B+ for the game.
B.
And B.
I got. Oh, this one gonna say something
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you.
I'm gonna go B+ too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a straight up B-.
Okay.
B-. You know what I mean? Everyone got a touch and did what they had to do. So I'm just gonna give him a B-. You know what I'm saying? Not
How
bad.
would you rank our grades? Because Knowshon says you're so just Mr. Grumpy stooge over here.
No, I'm always
Give us
give us the grace for everyone. No, I think everyone was right on. I wouldn't go say B+ for the wide receivers. I would give him a solid B. You know what I'm saying? You know, B+ is almost damn near an A. So I'm gonna give him a straight B. B around the board, except for the backs. B-.
Are we shocked at all with the gap between Georgia and Clemson? I mean, Clemson was winning championships 6 years ago. Multiple? Are we like? Is it crazy that it's been
Is
it's
the
this big of a
ACC
gap?
that bad?
That too.
Is it, I don't think it's that, man. I think
Vandy
it's
beat
fact.
Virginia Tech.
I think it's the fact. I think it's the fact that my man refuses to just use the portal, bro. Like the gap in talent is.
He could have went and got Cam Ward, but he didn't.
What do y'all mean he's refusing? He really doesn't use it? Like does not get players from the
zero
portal?
since
Zero.
since that has started.
Well, no, zero started. He had zero this offseason. He didn't get one guy in the offseason. But since the portal was open 2018, he has not had one player make a start in 6 years that he got in the portal.
And he's just being stubborn? Is that him just being like,
Yes.
I'm not doing it, I'm being stubborn?
No, he's like, I like the guys that we recruit. I'm developing the guys that we recruit. And someone said this earlier, like, even if Clemson got a Cam Ward or so-and-so, like they're still not a better team than Georgia. And like, I get that. Like, that's fine. Like maybe if you would have gotten a receiver or a different quarterback, maybe you still would not have been as good as Georgia. I don't think they would have been, but you wouldn't be getting your ass beat 34-3.
Yeah.
Like losing a game. So losing a game to Georgia that if you would have gotten some pieces and it's a more competitive 4-quarter game in which the game turns out to be, say, 27-14, 27-17, you walk away saying like, okay, we're not that far away from the best team in the country. You walk away from a 34-3 loss and you say, holy shit, we're a long way away. So like why it may not have turned you into a championship caliber for a football team, at least it closes the gap. Because right now, that is a significant gap between you and the top of the food chain.
They're good on defense. I give them credit.
Yeah.
Their offense is just bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
We have
They're
time
going to stop teams. They're going to stop teams. They're going to be all right in the ACC. If you can score, though, that's going to give them trouble. They just can't score.
They can't score. They can't score. I like the running back, but he's not. He's just a big dude. He's not explosive.
Yeah, they don't.
Receivers are average. Quarterback is below average. Offensive line's average.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Like I said earlier, that's not stock on.
All right, let's
next. So I know in a couple of weeks we're gonna have that greatest competition, greatest game that we're gonna have to play versus I think the better defensive line than Clemson.
So let's give a quick thought, everyone around the table here. I know we're not defensive guys, but we know defense. We go against it. We have a good eye for it. How good is this damn defense? I mean, holy smokes! We just talked about how bad Clemson's offense is, but our defense will make an average offense look bad and a bad offense look really, really bad. So, TK, just how scary is this defense when you look them flying around making plays?
Very. I mean, from the front to the back end.
Malachi making plays in the back.
Malachi contorting his body to make that crazy ass catch, bro. Like, I don't even that looked crazy. But like I said earlier, dude, our DBs were on every throw. They were right there, making every play. Like I said, the longest throw they had ever was right there on that 7. So it was just good to see. It was locked down, in your face, guys, curb scheming guys to get open. So it was dope, bro. Excited to see what we got coming in a few weeks. Like Knowshon said, when we play a little better offense.
And defense.
Knowshon, you see any weakness on the defense?
No, I think we have players at every level, and
Mm-hmm.
what I think the coaches do a great job at is having that depth at all those positions too, because it doesn't stop when one guy comes out, the next guy comes in, and it's like they don't miss a beat, right? So I love to see that, and I love to see that it's not just one guy flying around and having to make the plays. Really, you look at the stat sheet, a lot of guys, all the guys, everyone on defense is making plays, making tackles, making big plays. So I'm definitely not worried about them. Definitely want teams to be afraid of them boys. You know, what I mean, they need to come downhill just maybe a little bit more. But other than that, they're getting there, they're making the tackle, and it is what it is. But I want to see some head busting, TK. I'm sorry. I want them to be like turn on that film and be like, you don't want to run to that side because he's gonna smack something if you go over there. You know what I mean? But that's gonna come. That's gonna come.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I see cats coming down though. That boy KJ Bolden coming down early.
Yeah, they came down a couple times. Okay.
Ben, overall thoughts on defense?
Yeah, I thought they played well. D-line, I still want to see them win one-on-ones. I don't want to on third down that we have to blitz to get pressure.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great. We got backers who and puts guys in. They got a great scheme. I give them credit. They know what they're doing. They have a scheme. They have a plan. They execute it. But every once in a while, I want to see them rush for it, and I want them to get home. Like, I don't want to see them, hey, we have to blitz to get pressure. Like, we got Walker on one side. We got Michael on the other. Like, let those guys eat and show us why they're at Georgia and why they're the best in the SEC.
There's only 2 sacks in the game. Only 2 sacks. 1.5
What's
from
his name?
Jalen, half from Raylan.
He was our leading tackler. He had the most tackles, Walker. He was flying around. I give him credit.
He was everywhere, boy.
EPL host, him and Michael got a show here at the Players Lounge, so make sure you check him out. They're not doing a show this week, but they'll do a show after the next game, so that'll be out next week. But they do a good job, but he killed it. Yeah, little family. So, all right, well, that is it. Quick little rewind, man. Georgia take care of business, 1-0, 34-3, taking down the Clemson Tigers here in Atlanta, Georgia. Next up for the Bulldogs is a home game versus Tennessee Tech. So we'll do a quick show on Thursday. Come join us. We'll just do a couple big level high thoughts, what we think about the matchup, what areas that we want to see from each of our given positions, improvement heading into week 2, maybe dabble in a little other, big time games across the country as well. And then answer your questions. So if anyone has any questions, make sure you leave them in the chat. We'll get to those as well during the show on Thursday. And until then, go Dogs, and we'll see you later in the week.